Welcome back to Two for a Dollar. My name's Tyler.
Matt,
Got another
we
pod.
got State.
Got another pod for y'all today. Apologies if I sound a little funny. I'm a little stuffed up, so just dealing with some allergies and stuff. But it's all good. We're gonna get through it.
Yes, sir.
Got some free agent news. Some FIBA stuff, and just some other extra little basketball stuff. So start out.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Pod number 11. We got 10 down so far. This is the start of the second 10. You know, we on the grind. We on the come up. We got all this good stuff. We got pods, reaction videos on the YouTube channel. We got gaming content coming out. Make sure y'all go check that out.
Works.
Yes, sir. We got all kinds of content coming out for y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll start out with last night around, I want to say it was like 11 o'clock, maybe 12 o'clock Eastern time. The Lakers signed Christian Wood to a 2-year deal. I think that's a big pickup for them. Yeah, I think that's a real big one for them.
They made some good moves this offseason for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think, I'm not sure if he's going to start or if he'll come off the bench. Honestly, I could see them trying to work out a lineup and maybe putting him at like the 4 and having AD run the 5, Bron at the 3 or something like that, and try to work all three of them in, and that'd be kind of.
I think Rui off the bench.
Who? Oh, Rui.
Been...
Yeah, probably just because he kind of was already on the second team a little bit, running with them, and he really was like he was that like leader of that second team. So I feel like they're gonna probably try to run that second team around him and really solidify that squad around him.
I can see the vision.
And I mean, from what Christian Wood's done, like with like the Rockets and stuff, I feel like he's kind of solidified himself as like a starting player in the league.
He's a soft stretch big.
Yeah, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm real excited to see what they do. I
feel like system really well.
I know I saw some other news. They're also eyeing Trae Young in a trade, either soon or sometime before like the trade deadline. I'm not sure who they would give up for him. Probably D'Angelo, probably maybe Austin Reeves. I don't know if they're gonna get rid of him. They gave him a lot of money, so I doubt it. But
man, that would be the play. That would be crazy.
Excuse me.
Man. He's a pure point guard. So
yeah, and I mean,
not only would that be Lob City, there'd be a lot of open looks from 3 too.
Yeah, and I mean having him being able to like shoot the ball the way he does, but then the way that he passes the ball, being able to like facilitate for Bron, being able to like facilitate to AD, and then now like Christian Wood
in the league too. So
I think and he's like a really good pick and roll player. So I think if they had eventually did end up getting him, that'd be, I don't know.
That'd be cute. That'd be game changing.
Yeah, as scary as it is to say, I really feel like if the Lakers, them getting Christian Wood is a big pickup. But if they somehow get Trae Young, depending on who they give up for him, I really, really feel like that makes them like a championship contender. Like that's a scary squad.
Yeah, because you got the deep threes from Trae, all the capability from Bron. He's just an all-around threat. AD, you got all the post work and the alley oops.
And I mean, low key, if they get Trae and they bring, if they get Trae and bring him over and then keep Austin Reeves, they both went to Oklahoma. They both got that like Oklahoma chemistry there too. So like they're already kind of like, I'm sure they got a little bit cool. Like I think that'd be a real good fit for them, low key.
I feel like and then you could have Austin come off the bench as a 6-man, and I think that would play perfect. Just
Oh, that'd be
play
amazing. And then, especially if you have Rui coming off the bench too with him, like him and Rui coming off the bench together, that'd be a ridiculous second squad.
Is them coming off the bench, because if Trey and Austin Reeves are both on the floor at the same time, the defenses are they're it's not going to be great. Like they're gonna have to rely on AD. They're gonna have to rely on their bigs a lot. Like so, yeah,
that's true.
Definitely, it'd be one
that's
of them
true.
Off the bench, probably Austin.
I feel like that. Having them both on the court though, I feel like that would probably make that'd be hell. That'd be a hell of a time for the other defenses. They'd be running it like. You want to talk about? They probably lead the league in fast break points with having them on the team. That'd be
against certain teams that would work like crazy. It would work good.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's definitely some teams that wouldn't work.
Yeah, big teams like to know how to bully down low. They wouldn't. I don't think it would work good, but we'll see. That'd be big news.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. Not sure how that's gonna go. We'll see. I know training camp starts soon. Hold on one second. I know I should have pulled this up before. Where is it at? I had the schedule right here. When's training camp? September 30th, so the end of the month. So yeah, I mean, we're coming up real close to that. Like a lot of teams said they were trying to get deals and stuff done like before training camp started, like right around the beginning of training camp. So like that could be one of the teams that really comes out and like in this next couple of weeks we see something real crazy happen and Trae Young ends up on the Lakers. And I mean, honestly, with the way the Hawks are going right now, they look like shit. They haven't done anything. They make the playoffs all the time, or they make it like real close, and they always lose. And they're not really. I mean, they have some decent guys, but like they're not bringing pieces. Like, they're not trying to bring in pieces and like really specific, like bring a team and everything. Like they will.
Capella on defense, like
exactly.
Like, protect the rim, and obviously he's a 5, so
yeah, I mean,
he needs some perimeter.
I mean, the way it looked for the Hawks anyway, it was like if Trae Young left, they have to go like that's it. They're rebuilding. Like they're gonna be they'd be one of the worst teams in the league. I mean, even with Trae Young, they weren't one of like the best. They were always like 8th seed, 7th seed if they made the playoffs, like fighting for that like last seed. Like they were just in the play-in, and I mean, yeah, they did beat the Heat in that first one, but I mean, they ended up going to the first round and got swept by the Celtics like it was nothing. So
Atlanta isn't doing too much, even with Trae Young's elite deep 3-point shooting, and he's not like the most elite scorer ever, but it should give him, like, you would think. I mean, motherfucker, he shoots from 30 something. He shoots like damn near 40%. He does shoot 40, like 30. Like so, it's like you would think the teams would be able to do a little something with that, but
yeah, he has a lot of cold nights too. He's like a real on and off kind of guy too, which is like kind of tough to deal with sometimes, especially being like with the Hawks. And like he's kind of in the same position as like Damian Lillard. Like he doesn't really have a lot of guys around him or whatever. He's got to be that guy. Like he's got to go put up 40 and 10, like crazy numbers to really even have a chance of winning and everything.
And in the regular season, a pretty good amount of times, but
yeah.
But it would be great for that type of player because all of his skill sets just like it's perfect.
Yeah, and I mean, if you really put him around Bron, I feel like his IQ goes through the roof. Like he's already a really solid player, and like his passing ability and like the way he sees the floor is really good now. But like you put him in a locker room with Bron and like have him around Bron, I feel like Trae Young would become one of the top point guards in the league. As crazy as it sounds, like he's a decent player now, but like I really feel like putting him like on the Lakers system, like learning from veterans like that.
deep range, but like as an elite scorer, definitely not. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, I think he averaged 2 points this season, which is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
I mean,
though, yeah,
if he ended up over there, that'd be a big fit for them.
yeah, that'd be good.
We'll see what happens. I'm assuming in the next couple of weeks, because training camp's coming up, and you want to get a lot of that stuff done and all these trades and everything situated and everything before training camp, so you have that solid team to come in training camp and everything, have that month and a half, whatever it is, for training camp to be able to like really gel with your team and everything. So yeah, hopefully they get that all figured out soon. Some other free agent news that happened last night: Danny Green signed a 1-year deal to return to the Sixers. I think that's a good fit for him. I'm surprised he's still running the league. I'm surprised ESPN ain't paying him more than he making in the league yet. But I think that'll be a good fit for them. They need shooters over there. And if James Harden's staying, like, that'll be nice to have like a guy that's a corner guy and whatever, allow James to kind of do what he does and like attack the rim and everything, and then be able to kick it out.
Yeah, we'll see how it works. Definitely, I wouldn't say. I mean, if they keep James, I say it definitely works pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. Either way, yeah, he fits the culture. He works there.
Yeah, and I mean he was with the Raptors with when Nick Nurse was over there. He has a relationship with Joel Embiid already from being on the Sixers before. So, I mean, he's already kind of been in that environment. Like, he knows how the team kind of runs and everything. And then, like, he kind of knows how Nick Nurse coaches and everything already, too. So it's like he's not coming into like a super different system. He's already kind of been with this coach and like been in the Sixers organization before, so he kind of already knows what's up. But yeah, it's nice to see these like older dudes getting. It's crazy to think Danny Green's one of the older guys now, but yeah, he's been around. Been around for a little while now.
Yeah. Give him his flowers. Give him the money while he still can play.
For sure. Another one of the older dudes that recently just got signed and everything. Well, he was on the Mavs, got waived, and then a day or two later gets signed to Kings. JaVale McGee. That's nice. I'm happy to see JaVale's getting signed and everything. Playing. People are trying to keep him in the league. I know there was a minute where he wasn't in the league, and
works for Sacramento. They need a.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely work over there. He likes to run the floor. They like to run. They're a fast team. He's a real big guy and catch lobs and all that stuff. Pick and roll with the. For sure.
It'll be nice. It'll work.
Yeah, just knowing JaVale's story and everything. Like, a couple of years ago, he was Shaqtin' a Fool's like biggest star. He was getting clowned out of the league. Literally, like, teams didn't want him because he was the biggest like clown in the league, and now he's went on to be an NBA champion. Then now he's getting the respect he deserves. Yes, sir. So yeah, he's finally getting the respect he deserves. He's been grinding. I know. After I saw he got signed, there was a couple videos of him playing in some open runs and stuff, and he looked good. So I'm excited to see what he does over there. Definitely think he'll be a really good fit on that team. Another free agent signing we had. This one stings a little bit. It's tough little story. So the Bucks signed Alex Antetokounmpo, and they had all three of the brothers. They had Thanasis, they had Alex, and then they had Giannis. And then a day later, they waived the man.
Wow. Oh, really? Wow.
So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know why they would sign him for a day and then just waive him. But that kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping to see I was really hoping to see all three of them on the same team together. Like, I really think, one, I think after the year that the Bucks had last year, with the mental state that Giannis was in, I think that was going to help him a lot. Having both of his brothers around, that would have been huge for him, and I feel like he would have went. He would have been super happy all year. Like he would have been able to just go out there and like hoop. I mean, he still has the one brother there, and like you always see Thanasis always screaming and cheering for him and everything. So like that's always nice to still have.
For his dunks.
Oh yeah, but I mean, what the hell? I would have loved to see all three. Like you got to get all three of the brothers in the game. Like at least sign them, keep them like preseason or something. Let them play.
The best record in the Eastern Conference last season. Give him a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I know the result of it, but Miami was just rolling. Come on, man.
Yeah, like
once Jimmy Butler started heating up, there was no stopping that, man.
Fucking hit me, man. What are you gonna do about them? You can't do nothing about them.
You gotta forgive him this year.
That's facts. But yeah, I mean, hopefully something gets figured out. Hopefully somebody signs him. I know he was in the G League for a little while. I'm assuming he's probably gonna end up back in the G League for another stint this season, and probably be on like a two-way contract with somebody or something. But yeah, that sucks. I got real excited when I saw he signed, and then the next day he just gets waived, and I was like, well, what the hell?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it sucked. I was so mad.
I was hyped for that.
So, since you brought up the Heat, we got a little bit of Heat news.
Chalk.
So ESPN insider Bobby Marks believes that the best trade proposal right now and like the most attractive offer that Portland's gonna get out of this whole thing, he said they most likely would get Tyler Hero, the two young players, meaning Jaime Jaquez and Nikola Jovic, and then draft picks. And he said essentially that's probably the best they're going to get, right? Like that's probably the best offer they're going to get out of this whole deal. Obviously,
it's a lot. It's a lot to give up, but I feel like it's kind of worth it. Like
all right. I have like I'm both ways on this. On one end, I'm fine with it because we get Dame and we have our point guard, and we keep Caleb Martin. We keep Bam. We keep Jimmy. We keep all like this. Big, like significant players. Yeah, exactly. The significant guys that were in the playoffs, like helping us. But on the other end, I love Nikola Jovic and I love Jaime Jaquez, and I really would have loved to see them be on. I feel like they would have thrived this season. Like they were really about to have big seasons. Like I felt like Jaime Jaquez was going to be huge this year. Nikola Jovic has looked incredible in FIBA World Cup play.
And I saw that video of him where he was like, hopefully I don't get traded.
And now, like,
after.
It's like, dude, that would suck. But yeah, so I'm like both ways on it. Now, I know in the beginning of this, ever since we've said this, I said my main thing is keep Jimmy, keep Bam, and keep Caleb. That's all I've cared about. And then I saw Nikola Jovic actually play. And then we got Jaime Jaquez. And I was like, well, what the fuck? First, I didn't even think we were going to get a draft pick. I thought he was going to get traded before that. But what the hell?
No. There's an analogy for basketball. It's just like it's like 4 quarters doesn't equal $1, and it's like 4 quarters in real life equals $1, but having a superstar player compared to 4 like mediocre like potential maybe all-stars.
Yeah.
You want superstar. So
exactly. Yeah, it's
4 quarters doesn't.
That is true. That is true. And I mean, I'm not gonna we had our playoff run without Tyler Hero. He got hurt literally in the first game of the playoffs last year, and it was like we made it all the way to the finals without him. So I mean,
Yeah, it was a tough year for you guys. I didn't think you guys were gonna do anything.
I
If
mean,
I'm
yeah,
gonna be honest,
we had so many injuries. Yeah, we had so
yeah,
many
it was tough.
injuries. Nobody was playing the way that they did the year before. Like it wasn't. Everybody was downgrading, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what the hell happened. They playoffs turned it up.
Got that fire back.
Yeah, for
Got that
sure.
heat.
So yeah, I'm curious to see how this goes. I don't know what Pat Riley's gonna do. I know Pat Riley always like he said he loved Jaime Jaquez and like he wants to keep him.
It would be a go up those young guys because you don't know how much potential they have and what they'll
Exactly. The only thing is with Jaime is that he was like a 4-year college player. He's like already like in his like mid-20s. He's a little bit older than what normal guys would come into the league. So like I would trust him. Yeah, I would trust him a little bit more. Being like even though he's a rookie, I would trust him a little bit more just because he's an older dude. Like he's had 4 years in college. He might even had 5 years in college with this COVID year. But yeah, if they get rid of him, as long as we keep Caleb, I'm fine. Like that man, he proved himself this year. He worked his ass off, and he came out and yeah, he hooped. Yeah, he was a solid defensive player, and then he came out on offense and he was hooping. Like he was hitting threes, he was attacking the rim, like, and yeah, he was doing it on both ends of the floor, which is I loved. So that's mainly one of the pieces I want to keep. If we keep him, we keep Jimmy, we keep Bam, and then we get Dame, I'm fine. Because I feel like I feel like we still have a couple of the solid players to be able to like run on the bench. We've picked up a couple of offseason players, and then like how they said like they were trying to target Kelly Oubre or Christian Wood if they got Dame. I know Christian Wood just got signed, but like if we still get Kelly Oubre, have him coming off the bench too, that'd be nice. Sure, there's a couple other players, free agents that we could get. So I think I'd be all right with it if we got rid of him and ended up getting Dame and got Dame out of it. Yeah, for sure. If we hurry up and get Dame.
I would like to see it. I want to see a lot of these trades because it's like I want to.
That's what I'm saying. Like I, realistically now, like the way it is, like I trust our Heat team, and like yeah, we did make our run this year, and like we made it to the finals and everything. But like the way that like the league's set up this year now, it's like no, I have no belief in my heart at all that we make another run like that this year with the way that the league is set.
It would be tough.
It would be way harder than what it was last year. And with the mentality that people are coming in with this year too, like I feel like a lot more people are coming in looking like dogs this year. So it'd be a lot harder.
Pretty much it's going to be the top like 8 teams in each conference is going to be looking tough.
Like, exactly. So yeah, I really think that we need Dame. Like it's not like we want Dame to like come, like no, like we need Dame in order to even like compete at all this season. Like if we want to compete, because these teams look nuts, man. Like the Lakers look ridiculous now. Like the Celtics, I know they were getting better. They got some pieces. I know they got rid of Marcus Smart, but like they got Kristaps now. Like that's a big pickup for them.
Yeah, we'll see how they do.
Like the Suns have like ridiculous people. Like
we'll see.
Yeah, but yeah, like
unless Tatum and unless they go crazy, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, like now Jalen's got his money, so like hopefully he comes out and hoops. Like,
I feel like he probably will, but we'll see what happens. And you never know. Like, God forbid, fucking injuries happen to anybody.
That is true. You never know going into it. There's always those injuries that could happen, and
it's a tough league.
That's true. But yeah, I think if we have any shot at competing at all this year, we need Damian Lillard.
0.
And I guess so. Transition off of that. Speaking of the Heat and Nikola Jovic, we can go bounce into some FIBA stuff.
Alrighty.
the World Cup playoffs started. Finally down to the final couple of teams. I know yesterday we had USA played Italy, absolutely trounced them.
Yeah, 163.
Yeah, I mean, I think after that loss to Lithuania the other day, I think USA was like, yeah, we got to come out and prove like we're not slouches.
4-7 off of 73% shooting.
Yeah.
He hooped.
Tyrese Halliburton at 18. Yeah, they were hooping. They were hooping for real.
Yeah. You saw Austin Reeves put back?
Yeah,
that
so
was nice. Isn't that how they started the game too? I saw the highlights, so I didn't get to actually watch that one, sadly.
But yeah, I think
that's how it
they killed them.
And now they're gonna be playing Germany.
Yeah, Germany was the other game yesterday. Or no, Germany played this morning. The other game yesterday was Serbia. So yeah, Serbia played Lithuania. Don't get me wrong. I love Nikola Jovic. Serbia's been absolutely ridiculous this World Cup. I don't know what happened, like where they came from.
Their passing looked insane.
Yeah, they've looked ridiculous. I know, like, I think it was 2 games ago, Nikola Jovic had 25 and he didn't miss a single shot the entire game. He was 9 for 9, 25 points. I was like, all right, buddy, like, calm down. You're about to get traded. Don't start doing this shit. But they played Lithuania yesterday. I really, really wanted Lithuania to win because I wanted that USA Lithuania rematch so bad. But I mean, Serbia's just, they've been on a whole nother level right now. So yeah, they won that. They move on, and then yeah, Germany played Latvia today. They beat them by 2. That was actually that was a close game.
I wish I would have been able to wake up for that.
Yeah, I thought about it.
I guess I could.
I thought about waking up for it, but I woke up and then went to go turn it on. Like, it was like the third quarter. I went to go turn it on and then I fell back to sleep. But yeah, that was
up at 5. It started at 4:30.
Yeah, that looked like a good one. But yeah, now Germany moves on to play USA. That's gonna be a real tough one.
Yeah.
I know Dennis Schroeder's. Yeah, he's been going nuts. I know the Wagner brothers, they've been going nuts. I know they have Daniel Theis or Daniel Tice, whatever the hell it is.
He's pretty.
Germany.
Good.
I know coming into this, Germany was one of the teams I had my eye on, thinking like they could be they look like a problem. So.
And Dennis all of a sudden just show he's got the strap. Like, he's been shooting threes at the fucking.
That's for sure.
Gym, man.
That's for sure. And you can, like, I mean, we've said it multiple times, but this FIBA stuff, when it comes to the FIBA stuff and playing for their country, these guys just come out and start doing ridiculous stuff. Like, they're just putting up like crazy numbers. Jordan Clarkson the other night. I know the Philippines, they lost like I think they lost all their games, but the Philippines, they won the one game. He had 20 points in under 4 minutes. They were like losing, and he like came out and just went nuts. Jeez. Just to bring them back. Like, you like these when it comes to the FIBA stuff, these guys just they turn it on. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier too. Like Patty Mills.
Team USA is gonna clamp you up.
That's facts. Yeah, I mean, they have the pieces, but yeah, I think the way that this USA team looks, I feel like they got the job done.
I'm liking USA. Even though they lost to fucking Lithuania.
The way that after watching those highlights from that game too, I mean, I think USA only lost that game by 4, and watching those highlights, Lithuania was hitting some of the craziest shots I've ever seen. Like, they were hitting.
They were. I mean, dude, that one where he put it on the floor, I saw that one that you were talking about.
Yeah, he like, lost it, caught it, and then just chucked it, and it didn't even touch the rim. Like, yeah, like
he even smiled and like laughed.
Yeah, they were just hitting stupid stuff all day. So yeah, I mean, obviously, like USA was cold that day. I mean, Ant had 35, but the rest of USA was pretty cold that day, so it just wasn't their day. And obviously, like that was Lithuania. That was their day. They couldn't miss. But then the next day, like Lithuania loses to Serbia by like 20. So,
That's how basketball works.
yeah, exactly. I think that Germany USA matchup is going to be a real good one. I'm excited to see that. And then we've got Serbia versus Canada. We just before we started recording watched the Canada Slovenia game. That one came down to the wire. That was a good one. Sucks to see Luka. Yeah, sucks to see Luka got the tech and everything. I mean, these FIBA refs just you can tell like these FIBA refs don't fuck around, man.
They do not play.
You look at them the wrong way. You say one word, it's a tech. That's it. It's a tech.
Some people came out the hoop tonight though. Gilgeous-Alexander 8 for 12.
Yeah, Canada's they've been hooping.
4 for 4,
and I think low key, it's gonna be Canada. It's gonna be Canada USA. I think Canada beats Serbia, even though as good as Serbia's looked, Canada's too strong right now, and
yeah,
I think USA can handle Germany. So I think
him getting ejected.
that was
so funny.
Wait, that's another thing too. Like these FIBA refs don't fuck around. He literally he got like a clear path foul, and he gets a clear path foul and gets ejected. Like it was like it didn't even look like it wasn't even that bad of a foul or anything. It was a clear path. Yeah, and then obviously if you've seen it already, but there's a video of him with the boxing gloves and the thing. I know in the video the lady said that's like their mantra, their motto for like the team this year is they're taking body blows. So that's what he was doing. He went past like everybody that walked in, he was giving them body shots when they walked past. I'm not afraid. Dylan Brooks could see me in the ring. I'll get that nigga some body shots and I'll knock his ass out.
So I poke bears too.
Facts. But yeah, I think it'll be Canada USA in the final, and I think USA wins it, but I think it'll be a crazy game. I think it'll be crazy, and like those are two teams with those are all league guys. Like I was looking at Canada today, and it's straight league. It was like Lou Dort, Shai, Nikhil Alexander, Dwight Powell, Kelly, Dylan Brooks. I know Zach Edey is on the bench. Zach Edey's a college kid, but like he's just a 7-foot kid. Like he's a 7-foot center, and he was the national player of the year. So yeah, I mean.
Also are really like they're pretty much all pretty tall. Like I mean,
yeah, they're like a long, lengthy ass team too, which is
they can play.
It makes them a big problem. Yeah, their defense is ridiculous. Yeah. They can score the ball like it's like crazy. So yeah, I mean, as tough as a matchup I think they are, I think the USA can pull it out as long as the USA really like locks in and plays together, and it's not like what it's been all this whole World Cup, and it's like a lot of ISO ball. Like they get it, and like it's one person attacking. Like if they run their sets and like run their system, I think they could get it done and beat Canada. But
yeah,
it'll be a tough matchup for sure.
I'd like to see that. That would be nice.
But yeah, I mean, we got to get to Germany first. That'll still be a tough one too. As much as I don't think it'll be as tough, I think it'll still be a tough one. Germany's they've been cooking, and I know Dennis Schroeder, like he turns into something different when he's playing against the U.S.
And this whole tournament so far, he's just been shooting lights out from 3. It's crazy to see.
That's true. Hopefully him and his coach got all that shit settled out, because I saw him fighting on the bench the other day when the coach he was over there trying to talk to his teammate. The coach was talking and shit in them timeout, and then the man's went over and grabbed him. He said, "Yo, don't grab me like that."
Yeah, he said, "Don't touch me like that ever again."
So yeah, they were about to scrap. But yeah, I think
no, that is how it is though. You can't I don't know. It don't matter who anyone is. You can't go up and grab them by the shoulders.
Yeah, and like obviously he was talking like he was talking to
Respect.
Tice. He was talking to Tice too. Like obviously they were both just in the game. There was a set that happened, something happened, like he didn't switch on something. They were supposed like they were communicating, trying to like figure shit out. Like you ain't gonna go over there and just grab the man. Like I know y'all are losing right now, but goddamn.
Right. Like I said, you can command respect, but nah, that's weird. Don't be grabbing people, man.
That's facts.
That's your place.
Oh, there was real quick. There was another free agent signing I forgot. Harry Giles III signed to the Nets. I'm really happy to see that. I'm really happy to see that because I know him. He's been dealing with so many injuries and he's constantly like had ACL tears. I think he's tore his ACL like 2 or 3 times now. Like he's barely played, and now he was really. I know. I think it was like the same one, like every time. I think it happened like once in college and then like twice in the league or something. So yeah, I mean, for him to be coming, like him still making his comeback. I know he played last. He played last year. I think he was on the Kings. I don't know if he played that much, but I know he did play. I did see him a little bit during the season.
Yeah, he was on the Kings.
So yeah, for him to be able to get in a deal, especially with the Nets too, like they're not that strong of a team right now, but I definitely think he'll be able to go over there, help them out a little bit, and he'll get some burn. So yeah, it'll be nice for them.
He was on the Clippers too.
Oh, and then so yeah, I think that's about it I had for the FIBA stuff. So now speaking of NBA and the Nets, there was, I don't know if you saw this, I'm sure you did, but there was some stories that came out recently. Whoa. Oh man. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Just had some technical difficulties. Damn computer just went black on me. Shut everything down. It's all good though. We back. We're gonna get it right. So as we were saying before, speaking of the Nets, some news with them.
I didn't see this.
Mr. Ben Simmons. There was an interview done recently, and he says he is excited to come back this year. He doesn't intend on coming back. He doesn't intend on coming back and being the same player that he was. And he also said he feels like he has the right people around him. He's been focused. He's been locked in. And he said the version that he's at now would kill the version of himself before.
Okay, that's what I was trying to say. I was thinking, I was like, he's not gonna be the version of himself before. Does that mean, like, I was thinking he's like, what is he taking a step down?
So
okay, well, that's what I want to hear.
So hey, I don't know what that means. That motherfucker, he didn't play.
And, like, confident. He's one of the best two-way players. Like,
for sure.
He's not one of the best scorers, but he can.
Bro, when he was on this, he had his time when he was on the Sixers where he was a dominant player. People were comparing him to like he was supposed to be the next LeBron. He was a dominant two-way player. Yeah, like he was supposed to be this big whatever, and then all of a sudden team says you need to start shooting the ball a little bit because that's what the whole league is doing, and then all of a sudden he just loses
get a
it.
little bit of chip from the crowd too, but like
that's for sure.
You gotta have like, some humility.
Exactly,
like,
but like. And dude, you were playing like at that time he was playing in fucking Philly, dude. You gotta understand that's what Philly fans are.
Yeah.
Like
fickle,
if you're playing like shit, exactly. If you're playing like shit and you're losing, you're going to get fucking shit for it. You're gonna get hated by everybody. But then if you're winning and you're doing well, they're gonna love you.
No, they respect his playing hard. Like they don't think you're playing hard. Like when he started playing,
when he like didn't want to play and all that stuff. Yeah, once that started happening, that was exactly.
There's some blue collar blue collar folk, man. Some working hard individuals.
So yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, he said a lot of things in the past couple of years, and then just didn't play. So who knows with
I'm
him?
not buying it till I see it.
Exactly. I gotta wait until the season starts to actually see him on the court. But just him saying that, I like it. I was excited as hell for him to come into the league because I remember when he was at LSU, he looked ridiculous. And I was like, dude, he's going to come into the league and dominate. Like, he's going to be nuts. I remember watching him back in high school when he was at Montverde. And he looked like one of the most dominant high school players to ever come out of the game, like, to ever play the game.
Yeah, he has all the tools.
Exactly.
He just needs to go out there and use them.
Exactly. So, yeah, I was... him playing in high school, him playing in college, I loved his game. I was so excited for him to get to the league. And then he was for a little bit and he was decent and then he completely fell off. So the fact that he thinks he's better than what he was before and he's confident and locked in this year, I'm excited to hear it. I don't want to get my hopes up for it and like think he's going to do some great things because he's said a lot of things, but I mean, if he comes back and he's playing well, I feel like he'd be a solid piece for that Nets team too. Like the way Michael Bridges has been playing, like especially getting that USA experience. Same with Cam Johnson. They're like both younger guys a little bit, and then to be able to go get that USA experience. Now they're gonna come back and be like, I feel like they were already decent players before. Now they're gonna be a little bit more elevated. And
they still have Watson out there, right?
I'm not sure.
I forget now. For some reason, I think he got traded.
I think he did too. I think he either got traded or he got signed somewhere else. Something like that. I forget where. He might be on like the Raptors or something now.
I think you're right.
I don't remember. I do remember seeing something about him, but I don't remember.
Raptors.
But yeah, I mean, Ben Simmons comes out, he plays. I mean, I just want to see him play. That's the first step. That's the first step. I don't give a damn how good he plays in the beginning, because he hasn't played in the league for like, it's been like a season and a half now, almost two seasons. Oh, Phoenix. Oh, yeah, even better. That's even better.
That no wonder I tuned him out.
Yeah, exactly. Even better. But yeah, Ben Simmons comes back. That's mainly the first thing I need to see. I need to see him just be on the court. I don't give a damn how good he plays. Like
basketball.
I just need to see him play.
He averaged 8, 6, and 5. I don't care if it's fucking.
Bro, I don't give a damn if he averages 1, 1, and 1. Just go play. I want to see him on the court. Like
triple single.
Exactly. Like yeah. I just want to see him on the court. Like I feel like he was too good of a player just to not be on the court.
That team, he should be able to get some shine.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I feel like that team kind of fits him a little more. He would be able to go over there and just kind of be himself. The way he plays, attacks the rim, facilitates the ball to the shooters. Like he's able to do that there.
Jill and Cam Johnson, they've already proven they can score the damn ball. So
and that's for sure.
Those two guys, you already like
exactly, exactly. And I feel like having them two, especially one, like think about it. Mikal Bridges he hasn't missed a single game in his entire career.
Oh yeah, that's true. He played 83 games this season, didn't he?
If you think about it, he's the perfect guy to have around Ben Simmons, the guy who didn't play a single game last year because he was dealing with all these injuries and whatnot. Obviously, Mikal Bridges knows he knows a little something. Like he's healthy all the time. So putting him around Ben Simmons, get him right a little bit. And I mean, from the pictures I've seen of Ben Simmons too, like he looks stronger than what he has before. Like he definitely looks healthy this year too. So we'll see.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Brooklyn could be a pretty decent team in the East.
That's for sure. That's for sure. As long as Ben Simmons plays, that's the first thing it takes. The Ben Simmons plays, then the Nets could be they could be talked about a little bit. Other than that, they're kind of screwed. They need Ben Simmons.
For sure.
So I don't really have much left. Just some miscellaneous stuff.
I have a couple WNBA if you want to talk about WNBA a little bit.
Yeah, we can. I know they have playoffs coming up in a couple of days. I think that starts like the 11th.
Yeah, invested. Now, yeah, the NY Liberty, they're on a 6-game win streak. Their record's pretty crazy though. They're not obviously number one. The Aces are with the 30,
well, yeah, they only have like 3 or 4 losses though. They're still
32-6 is pretty crazy from the Aces, but and Liberty's right behind them, 31-7.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and if you think about it, I mean the Aces were 32-2 or something, or no, so they were like, I forget what their record was.
I think they were like
it was like 30. They were like 30-2 for a while, and then now you say they have 6 losses, which means they've lost 4 games in the past 2 weeks. Because I know that 2 weeks ago when we were doing the pod, I know I was looking at their thing, and they only had 2 losses. So.
Yeah, there've been some games from.
And I know I know they weren't hurt. I think Kelsey Plum might have been hurt for a little bit, but I know I really didn't see much about them, any of them being hurt or anything.
On the 28th, that's all I know.
Yeah,
that's when they played Liberty.
Yeah,
on the 28th they
played the Liberty like 15 times in the past 2 weeks.
No lie. But yeah, the only person who really showed up for the Aces when they played the Liberty on August 28th was Aja. She had 23 points. She was 10 for 16 from the field, and she had 4 blocks.
Yeah.
Besides that, it was pretty much. Oh, Jackie Young as well. She had 24 points off of 9 for 15 shooting and 4 from 6 from the 3-point line. So Jackie Young went crazy, but yeah,
she's a hooper.
That, those are the only Aces that really hooped.
Yeah, I mean, Liberty, I just think the Liberty have just been that they're ever since the Commissioner's Cup. Ever since the Commissioner's Cup when they beat the Aces, that like the third time, that was it. I really saw like they were locked in. They've been clicking ever since. I mean, I think Sabrina Ionescu got hurt a couple of days ago. She's been dealing with the calf injury.
Okay.
But it's like a day-to-day thing, and I mean, they kept her out. They kept her out for a little bit, and I mean, right now it's the time to keep her out. Like it's the end of the season. Like there's a couple games till the playoffs, so I mean, it's fine to keep her out. They already solidified their spot. But yeah, with the playoffs coming up, I like the way it is. If I'm not mistaken, it's
Liberty versus Aces is the way I'm saying.
Exactly, that's what it is, and that's.
I think the Aces have like a grudge. They want to beat the Liberty, but
but I don't think the Liberty will. I don't think the Liberty are losing it. I don't. Not the way they look right now.
I don't think they're going to be shook by anything that comes their
way.
The way
Stewie looks ridiculous right now. Sabrina comes back and gets healthy. She's nuts. They've got Marine Johannes who can shoot. They just.
That game on the 28th, Stewie went crazy. She had 20 points.
Yeah,
12 rebounds,
she's been hooping for a while.
3 steals, so she went crazy.
Yeah, she's been
nuts too.
Stewie's been going nuts, and then I mean she set the record, the single season record for scoring for them the other day. It was like 732 points or something, and then I saw they posted last night, and she has like 862 right now. So it's like she's just been on a tear. Like
their league has been going crazy, man. The WNBA is fucking up the uproar.
Yeah.
More recent news, the Aces though. On the first, I forget who they played, but on the first though, the Aces went crazy. And Asia Wilson 26-11, Chelsea Gray had 21, and Kelsey Plum had a really solid game too, 12 and 10 assists. But yeah, no, it's really ramping up. It seems like for playoffs to start. WNBA playoffs would be really good.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the way that they did it really, like the way that this league is set up, it's smart because they have the two best teams on opposite sides, which is how it should be. They have the best team on the East, and then the best team is in the West, and that's pretty much the two teams that's like they run the league. I don't see any other team. There's no other team, and I'm looking at it right now. The Mercury, the Storm, and the Fever all eliminated. The Sparks, the Dream, and the Sky still have a chance to clinch, and then the Sun, the Mystics, the Lynx, and the Dallas, the Dallas Wings, they already clinched. None of those teams really, in my eyes, that clinched or can still clinch for a spot. They don't have a they don't compete against the Liberty or the Aces at all.
Sometimes because of I forget what it said two.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean there's a couple of players, and like they like.
Liberty has like all the pieces they need. Like they have Sabrina, which is a pure scorer, and she's a really, really good 3-point shooter. Obviously, as we saw in the WNBA All-Star game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of players that I could see I could see like maybe the Mystics put up some of a fight a little bit. I know that they did beat the Aces the other not too long ago, a couple days ago. So I mean, I know Elena Deladon, she's definitely a hooper. I could definitely see the Mystics putting up a fight in the East a little bit. I know I could see the Sun putting up a fight a little bit. I'm not sure. I from what I've seen from them, I mean they have a 26-12 record, but I don't. Every time I watched them, it looked like they were just getting hammered. So
yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, and I mean then in the West, I mean
I think they have a pretty good chance. I mean Alyssa Thomas, I mean she's one of the MVP candidates.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much between 4 teams really, and the top 2 teams are pretty much they're the most dominant. But
yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, it plays out. Anything could happen with basketball.
For sure. I'm excited to see that. I know the playoffs start in a couple of days, and I mean, hopefully,
game I think they play tonight. And yeah, so do the Liberty.
Tonight the Storm and the Dream play. Tomorrow the Liberty Sparks play. Then there's 5 games Friday. The Aces play. And the Aces play on the last day too. Yeah, they have Friday and Sunday. And then Sunday is the last day of the season. Playoffs start Wednesday.
Should be fire.
Yes, sir. I'm excited. Yeah, definitely. I'm excited for that. That should be real good. Hopefully there's some teams that, obviously with the playoffs starting, it's playoff time, so hopefully there's some teams that give the Liberty and the Aces a little bit of a fight. But the way it's looking right now, it's just gonna be a Liberty and Aces running, and they're just gonna be meeting in the finals. So hopefully we see that, and then obviously that finals will probably be legendary. I feel like that would be something to see.
I mean, that'd be a battle. That'd be.
Oh yeah, yeah, that'd be a crazy battle. Some miscellaneous NBA news.
What you got for me?
Amir Coffey of the Los Angeles Clippers was charged with 2 misdemeanor gun charges following a arrest that he had this summer.
Yeah, number 12.
Yeah, I don't know what's good with these league. I don't know what these league motherfuckers is doing. Why?
They need to have just one of their boys be that guy, man.
That's what I'm saying. I don't
get a shooter. That's what other people do.
Yeah, I don't understand it, man. I don't know what the hell these dudes are doing. I don't know why they got guns. I don't know why they need guns.
Like if you're gonna have a bodyguard, get a bodyguard. But you don't
Right,
want
like
to.
you could have a bodyguard that's strapped. Like you could like
Be a famous athlete, celebrity.
if you're really one of them
And-
gang, like if you really gang affiliated, you one of them niggas. Like you don't gotta have the gun on you. Your mans can have it. Like I'm pretty positive John Wall was. I'm pretty sure John Wall was gang affiliated. I'm sure I've seen that motherfucker throwing up gang signs in games before. I ain't never seen him getting caught with a gun before, and I know I've seen him hanging out with gangsters, and I'm pretty sure they had guns on them. So like, you just gotta be smart about this shit. Like,
Well, actually, it doesn't make sense to me to care. Yeah, it's like put yourself in that kind of potential trouble if you're rich.
exactly. First of all, you shouldn't have a gun at all. Gun violence is fucking ridiculous. I don't know why we need guns. I don't know why we shooting each other in the first place. But
Your point is,
if you have it for like protection and shit, like I know there was a time when I thought of like being a producer for a little bit, and I was like, if I'm really about to go be around all these rappers and shit, like I might need to have my own gun just for protection, because I don't know what's gonna happen. Like there'd be shootouts in the studio and shit sometimes. Like shit like that happens. You never know what you're around, especially these NBA guys. Like they always, you can't really take as much as like you think you can. You can't really take the hood out the gangster. So they're not going to leave that lifestyle, even though they're in the league and got this money. So they're going to still be around it. Like, at least be fucking smart about it, man.
yeah. No, I would never. You would never catch me having millions of dollars and carrying a gun.
It's
That's gonna be
like I would have a gun. I would have a gun. Exactly. Yeah. Like I'd have a bodyguard or something, but like I would have a gun in my crib in case like somebody tried to like break in or some shit. But like I'm not about to be like openly just like walking around with a gun, have it just in my car. Like, damn, I get pulled over, they search my car, and there's just a strap in the glove compartment. Like, like no.
Don't take us down. We're just talking. We're just talking through.
Facts. We're just it's a BB gun.
We do not support gun violence here.
Facts. Fuck gun violence. That shit is so annoying. I can't. Ever since X died, bro. I can't. Bro. I want.
America's is wild, man. Right, but
That's for sure.
I'll save the politics for another day.
Yeah, exactly. So, on another topic, did you see what happened to the Serbian player?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
So, it was the third day of the World Cup, and I think it was like a little bit later than the third day. They played South Sudan, and the one guy went to go do like a post move or whatever, and he like, as he was swinging around, he kind of like threw it, like swung his arm, and caught one of the Serbian guys in like the rib area with the elbow.
Yeah.
So, but it was like, so supposedly it was bad. Like he kind of hit him. I guess he hit him a little bit hard, but like the way that he hit him, the guy had to go to the hospital and have his kidney removed after the game. Yeah.
What
And another thing that made it complicated, the doctors had a hard time finding a blood donor for him because he was in type A- blood, which is very rare in Asia, which is where they were, and like he had to get this surgery.
Yeah.
And like they said it needed to be like an immediate surgery, like it had to happen. Like so like they were like really struggling to like find blood and everything. Like so yeah, he was like it was like in his it was like kind of like in his side. Like he got hit, like he like when his elbow went back, it like hit him like here. So it's like kind of like in your like rib area a little bit.
That's a new fear unlocked.
Yeah, right. Like what the hell? Like just mid game, just gets caught with an elbow, and then now he's getting his kidney removed. Like,
elbow to be like,
right? Like,
I'm done. But no, yeah, prayers. That's crazy. I've never heard.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Prayers up to him, man. Hopefully, he makes a speedy recovery after the surgery, and he's able to come back and play. I mean, obviously, he ain't coming back in this World Cup and playing after having surgery like that, but that's crazy. Like that's
You don't need it. Still.
yeah, but yeah, that's crazy. Like that's crazy. Like mid basketball games, it was in the fourth quarter too. Like it was like the end of the game too. Like
Man, remember how much that hurt?
oh no, he
Fuck.
instantly like as soon as he got hit, he instantly just like dropped. Like he was like oh like dropped and was like grabbing his knees and then just like fell to the ground a little bit. Like he was feeling it. Like
Trying to
instantly he
block
got
it
hit and
out.
was grimacing.
Fuck that, man. Like, I don't want to get hit with that type of elbow.
Yeah,
Like,
all he
big
was
men are,
doing,
like, going
he was
around
just like this,
reaching, and
bro.
then
He was just playing defense. The guy was going to like go around him for a layup, and he was just like up like this, and then just gets caught in the ribs, and it was just oh man,
having surgery. Having
Yeah.
to recover for 8 weeks.
that's what I'm
Like,
saying.
fuck.
That sucks. But yeah, obviously, prayers out to him. Hopefully, he makes a speedy recovery.
So,
And then
well,
one final thing I have, I thought this was real interesting. I always like stories like this and stuff. John Calipari, who is the head coach at the University of Kentucky. He was on ESPN the other day, and it might have been an old clip. I don't know, but I just recently saw this.
yeah.
He was doing an interview and said that he nearly drafted Kobe when he was the head coach of the Nets. So he said he was coaching the Nets. He had him in 3 times for workouts and everything. He said he was going to take him. But it was his first year being a head coach in the league. And everybody was telling him, oh, you can't take a high school guy like your first year. Like, you're crazy if you really like to believe in him like that or whatever. So he didn't end up taking him. Ended up taking some other guy. I forget who he said it was. I mean, he said he was a good player, but obviously he was some no name because I don't remember. I don't know who he was.
Early 2000s. Crazy.
And then he said years later, Kobe, he like walked into a locker room or whatever and saw Kobe in the locker room. And Kobe said, hey, you'd still be in the league if you would have drafted me. I think that's hilarious. Because
Yeah, it is. I mean,
And
dude,
it's-
the early 2000s. If Brooklyn would have got them, they would have.
That's what I'm saying,
Richard
like,
Jefferson. They
dude.
had Jason Kidd. They would have had Kobe. They would have had like that.
If you
team
think-
would have been raw.
if you think about like, just dude, think about like the whole way like everything would have changed. Everything would have changed if Kobe would have been on the Nets instead of getting drafted to the Hornets and then getting traded. Like Kobe gets drafted to the Nets. We're talking.
Two teams he could have either been there or the Celtics. I would have hated it if he would have ended up on the Celtics.
Bro, and then think about
He
it,
worked
like,
out
bro, and then it's crazy to think, like, I mean, obviously, everybody says it, like, things happen for a reason, but, like, man, John Calipari would have still been coaching in the NBA, would have never been coaching at Kentucky, so, like, Kentucky would have probably never ended up being this huge basketball program, and then,
Yeah, for
like, Kobe would have been on the Nets, that team would have been completely different, and then John Calipari would have been the coach that like believed in Kobe. So Kobe would have obviously been like, it would have been some like Phil Jackson type of thing with him. Like he would have been like, this is the guy that believes in me. Like I'm sticking with him. Like this is my guy. Then like that would have been crazy. See Kobe on the Nets.
it would have been different.
But yeah, I saw that and I had to say it. I had to talk about that on the pod. That was a cool little story.
Projected starting lineup for the Lakers: D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Christian Wood.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. That's gonna be scary. That's gonna be scary. Oh, another one little quick thing. It's a little basketball related. But it's not. This for my, hold on, I'm gonna slide. You see the golf clubs right there? This for my golf peoples. Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy, they got this league that they're starting up next year or whatever. And there's a lot of big names that are invested in this league. Like a lot of former NBA players. I know Dwayne Wade was like invested in it. I think Ninja's invested in it. Like there's lots of big names with money that's invested in this. But they're doing a thing where they're starting like teams and everything. And it was announced a couple days ago. Giannis, Thanasis, Kostas, and Alex Antetokounmpo are all investing in a team, and they're gonna own one of their own like teams in this league. So I think that's real cool. Seeing like, obviously, there's a lot of basketball guys nowadays that golf and everything. Like there's Steph Curry and all that. Klay Thompson's been golfing and stuff.
Like it is like the transition. I do like that.
But it's cool. It's nice seeing that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's nice seeing that. Like the golf game is growing, and then from there, it's like people that don't know about basketball and all that see these guys golfing in like all these leagues and like invest in these teams, and then that could bring them over to like the basketball game. So it's just growing the game for golf and it's growing the game of basketball. So I think that's real cool.
Seeing Giannis golf would be so
Oh,
funny.
dude, there's a video of it right here that Giannis posted of them golfing, and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
It's so tall, I can't even imagine him like being able to like line it up right.
Oh, dude, they don't look normal swinging the club at all. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I'll send it to you. Then it's the funniest. Oh my god, you could tell it's like their first time ever swinging a golf club because it's so funny.
Like me.
But yeah, it's cool seeing that stuff. You know, basketball guys integrating into other sports, getting involved in different things, and getting involved in being able to like grow different sports and grow their brand and everything. So that's cool.
I am investing in my wealth too.
Hey, if I don't ever make it to pro ball or nothing like that, hopefully I'm playing in one of them damn golf leagues one day. You know, one of them NBA guys sponsoring my team. That'd be sick.
Shit, one day I aim to be a little bit of a golfer, so we'll see what happens, Steve.
Hey, all the golf guys in the world, what's up? We got we got golf podcasts that's out there. We got basketball podcasts. We do it all. What's up? But yeah, that's it for me. That's all I got today. I don't know if you got anything else you want to talk about.
Yeah, that's it for me, brother.
Heard that. Yeah, I covered everything. That's episode 11 for you.
Yes, sir. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Yes,
the
sir.
Noti bill, please. If you made it this far, we love you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you new to the podcast, make sure you do all that good stuff. If you coming back to the podcast, I don't know why you ain't subscribed and followed yet. But yeah, we on all the podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple, all that good stuff. We on YouTube with the videos and stuff. So y'all just make sure you go check it out. Share the podcast with your family, friends, everybody you know. That's it for us. 2 for $1 signing out. Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace.